up, everyone? All right. I'm not really sure why that happened, but I think we're good now. For some reason, the volume on the microphone was turned down all the way, and I don't know why. Not really sure why it did that. I was probably playing with it earlier or something. I don't know. Okay. Cool, cool. So we are back in action. We are back in action. All right. How's everyone doing today? Thanks for coming out. If you guys got game questions, go ahead and get them out there. I see Rumble. I see Yusuf. I see Epic Gamer. I see Brandon Eller. What's going on? How you guys doing? So I ended up finally got the Ultimate Ion. Alright, so the Ultimate Ion cost me about... It probably would have been easier to get if I would have had upgrade tokens, but I spent something like 5 billion silver to upgrade things in order to get that. Which is pretty crazy. I may not have needed to have spent that much, but yeah, it cost me like 5 billion silver to get a Ultimate Ion and maybe like $30 in data pads, so. But I did get a Ultimate Ion, so that's pretty interesting. I doubt I'll be able to get a second Ultimate Ion, but Quan, man, that's not the right type of game question. He's asking about Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Dude, I have no idea what those are. I mean, I know what Street Fighter is, but I cannot tell you the difference between Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I mean, I guess Turbo must have been like Street Fighter 2.5 or something. I don't know. But yeah, I have no idea. So we should probably stick to War Robots questions because I don't know that much about a lot of other games, I guess. You'll have to Google that one, my friend. I mean, I could probably Google that and tell you, but I'm too lazy. What Titan weapons do I recommend for the Minos? Alright, so right now I think flamethrowers are really good. I think the Maha Vajra type of weapons are really good. And the Vora Veron type of weapons are really good. So those are the three main ones I would consider. Now the bendy machine guns are pretty awesome as well. I can't guarantee that everybody's going to love the bendy machine guns, but the bendy machine guns are pretty darn cool on there. So it really boils down to personal preference, but those are the main ones I would play. And I would actually be happy playing any of those on there. What's up, Dark Matter? What's up, Flame? Did I get the purple data pads, and what did I get yesterday? You know, I don't normally, if you're talking about the data pads you get from the news, where I don't usually open those like right when I get them. I usually save the data pads for whatever, so I can't tell you exactly what I got out of purple data pads. I did spend about... No, it must have been I did spend about $12 or $13 on data pads, I think. I can't remember if that was the... I think I spent $12 or $13 on purple ones, like $8 on red ones or something like that, so... So Yusuf says, what should I buy tomorrow when I get 250 D-gems? The thing is, I have no idea what you need. I really don't. Different people have different deals as well when the D-gems are up. So, I mean, you just kind of have to look through there and see what's available and then decide, hey, what's going to benefit me the most? But yeah, I don't know what your deals are going to be in there when you get the D-gems. Now, can you buy power cells with D-gems? Because power cells are one of those things that everybody needs no matter what. You always need power cells. So it may not be a bad thing if you need power cells. I don't know, man. That's going to be really a personal preference thing right there. Alright, so Quan says the Titan bendy bullets need a longer reload, way too powerful. Here's the deal, Quan. When you're running them on something like an Eiffel, you've got, what, 5 weapons? Right? You got 5 weapons on an Eiffel. I think that's the problem. Like, if you run those bendy bullets on, like, a Luchador or a Minos or something, they don't seem that bad. But when you put them on a freaking Eiffel with 5 weapons, that's insane. Or if you put them on like Ultimate Ao Ming with 4 heavies, that's crazy. I think the problem is the too many weapon slots, honestly. But you can put pretty much any weapons on one of those 2 Titans, and they're just gonna romp you. They will romp you just because there's so many of them. So. But I think it's more of the Eiffel causing the issues than anything. Like, they should really, like... I don't really know what they could do to fix that, honestly. Unless they nerf the crap out of the Eiffel or something. But Eiffel's crazy. It's definitely one of the best Titans in the game currently. Eiffel is completely insane, so yeah. I really enjoy playing the Eiffel. It's a lot of fun, but... I think they just gave it too many weapons is the problem. Arch, does anyone got Pathfinder components? I don't know if I've got any or not. I haven't really paid much attention. I did get a Pathfinder already, so... I probably won't level up. Even if I did get another one, I don't think I would level it up. Rumble says, I don't think you should need extermination motherships in Extermination. Yeah, you know, I need to talk to them about that, because when you're doing the Extermination and it wants you to drop 4 motherships, that's getting really hard to do. So that is something I need to mention to them, like, hey, there's no way we're going to be able to drop enough motherships in Extermination mode to finish it now that they charge so slowly. So that's going to be really, 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 really hard to do. I was trying to finish that to get the Dorito chips, right? I need a couple of Dorito chips. So I was trying to get them from Extermination, but I cannot drop my mothership enough times, so. Other, what's going on, buddy? Havoc Ravena or Mace Ravena? Man, that's a very hard question because both setups would be super good. Now, Havoc hits harder, but it's got a much longer reload time, where Mace is going to give you a lot more damage per second. So, I think either one's amazing. For some reason, I really like the sonic weapons on the Ravena, but Mace is really good as well. I haven't played a mace on it recently, but I'm pretty sure that I would still like it. I mean, it's overall, maces are overall really, really good. So I think I still like these Sonics for some crazy reason. I don't know why I like the Sonics so much on the Ravana, but they just really work well on him. If you time the reloads with the robot's abilities, the Sonics are awesome. But it is the key. It's all about ability timing on that robot, especially when you're running the Sonics. But if you're having a hard time with the ability timing and the reload timing, then you would probably be better off with the shotguns instead. But either one's going to work great. Alright, so Pergrino got a Minos. What should you use on it? Alright, so for a Minos, I would definitely look at getting either like the Avora type of weapons, the Maha Vajra type of weapons. I think the two of those are going to be the best. Like, those are really, really, really good. I mean, we were just talking about this a second ago. The bendy bullets can be pretty good. That's not going to be ideal for everybody, but it's kind of hit and miss what's going to work out the best. But if I really think about it, I think the Maha Vajra type of weapons might be the best bet if you're comfortable getting in really close with him. If not, get the Avora Veron type of weapons. I can't remember which one's heavy in Alpha, but you guys know what I mean. But as far as modules, let me open up the game and look what module slots are available on him. But I'm pretty sure you can run Titan repair amplifiers or anti-controls. I used to run a couple of anti-controls on there to make so the Minos cannot get locked down. So that might be something to look at. Because it sucks when your Minos starts to dash and he gets locked down. He's probably going to get his butt kicked. So anti-controls are a really good choice for him. But I think you can do either 2 anti-controls and 2 onslaughts, or 2 repair amplifiers and 2 onslaughts. Let me double check really quick, but I think either one of those 2 setups would be super, super good on there. Now, as far as pilot skills, I would go for all speed and durability skills if possible. Alright, hold on a second. Let me click through this junk here and take a nice little look at the Minos just to make sure I'm not telling you the wrong module slots. Minos, 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 where are you? There he is. Oh no, I lost my Minos. Can you help me find him? So he's got defense, universal, and 2 assaults. Yeah, I would definitely run 2 onslaughts and 2 anti-controls, or 2 onslaughts and 2 repair amps. I think either one of those setups would be really, really good for your Minos. Alright, let me read back through the game chat a little bit. It's not easy to catch all the questions. What's up, gamer 786? How's it going? Roblox, what's up, buddy? Alright, so Yusuf, the new weapons are pretty much good on anything. They're a little bit weird, but they're very nice, very powerful weapons. I don't think there's a robot you're going to put those on where you're going to say these aren't good. Now, you may like them a little more on some robots than others, but overall, they're just very nice weapons. They slow people down, but they're a little bit weird. They've got a weird feel to them, but once you get used to the way they feel, they're quite good weapons on any robot. Rumble has got 17,000 power cells from ads. Nice, nice. Yeah, gamer, I hear you, man. The Titans and the motherships are very hard to change in Extermination, so hopefully they're going to make some adjustments for that. I'd imagine they're going to adjust that because you're right about that. Right now, that's the only problem I have with the changes. I think the changes are great until you go into Extermination, and then you're like, oh, this sucks. Flame says, would I rather play against Manny or Eiger? I'd play against either one. I don't know. I don't really I don't really have a preference there. Like, if I got into a game and either one of them was in there with me, I'd be like, oh, cool, there's so-and-so, you know what I mean? I would just be like, oh, yeah, cool, somebody I know. You know, it'd be kind of cool to, like, see those guys in the game, but... Oh, boy, what weapon should you put on a Jaeger? So, I'm not a big fan of the Jaeger in general. I guess when you're going for sniping, I would probably run 2 of the Gauss weapons, or you could go with 2 of the Reaper weapons. I'm not really sure what would be better, but right now the Gauss and the Reapers are the best sniper weapons in the game. Due to the fact that the Gauss has a much shorter reload, I would probably go with 2 Gauss. But I'm definitely not much of a sniper, so I don't do a lot of sniping in this game. I don't have the patience for that. But we recently tested out the best sniping weapons. Now, another thing you could go with would be the Prismas. Prismas are pretty good. They got super long range. And you might... I think it's going to be personal preference which one you like better, but Prismas or Gauss would be a good choice for that robot. Which one you're going to like better, I'm not sure, but the more I think about it, I would probably go with the Prismas myself, because I really enjoyed the Prismas much more than I enjoyed the Gauss. The Gauss hit harder, but I think the Prismas are easier to use overall. If that makes sense. Mitos, it says in 3A you have to kill the spiders really slowly. Gamer says it was hard, now it's harder. Yeah, it is actually. Arch says, what will happen tomorrow? What do you mean tomorrow? Are you talking about for the 10th anniversary? I'm not sure what you're referring to exactly, but... Pixonic hasn't really shared too much information about what they have planned for that with us. So when it comes to I'm really not sure. I haven't seen them post anything, and they haven't really told us about it, so... Alright, so Dark Matter says, does the Destroyer skill on Indra increase the lasso? So generally, that's something I haven't actually tested, but generally pilot skills work on built-in weapons and the weapons that are installed, so it should, but I can't confirm that without actually testing it. Now, I think a long time ago we did tested it and it worked, but it's been so long I can't confirm that it still does that, but it should. Technically, it should. What's up, Ulysses? How you doing today, buddy? Awesome to see ya. So what happens if you participate in 2 Warrobots giveaways and win both? Alright, so let's just say you participate in my giveaway and somebody else's. More than likely, you'll receive both prizes. Or they might notice and be like, okay, well, we're only going to send him one, but... So best case scenario is you receive both prizes. Worst case scenario, you only get 1 prize. I mean, that's really... I guess it just depends on if they notice that somebody won more than once, because generally you're only supposed to win once per giveaway, but since they're different people's giveaways, they might let it slide. I have seen some people where that did happen to, and they did receive both prizes, so... Grady White says Eiger. So Grady, you would like to fight Eiger? Grady wants to fight Eiger. Alright, man. We're going to set up a death match between Grady White and Eiger. I probably say his name wrong. I know some people call him Ajir. I call him Eiger. I actually don't know how you pronounce it, but... I pronounce everything wrong, guys. I'm terrible at pronouncing things. I am like the world's worst pronouncer. That's true, unfortunately. I am super bad at pronunciation. Jess says, so did it make the mothership slower when I run the Newton with Gargantua and Pantagruels? Is it still slower? So pretty much no matter what weapon you use, it should take longer to be able to drop your Titans and motherships now. So it should be yes. Now, if you shoot a group of 5 or 6 people with those weapons, it's possible that it could charge it up a little faster, because in the past, the more people you hit with those, the faster the ship charged. But I haven't actually tried those that I can remember since they made the changes. Grady White says, the new Destrier, the ultimate Destrier, maxed out with pilot and ions, is far better than any Ravena. So Dark, I'm going to have to try and figure out a way to do that. Now that it takes so long to drop a Titan, sometimes it's hard to get the Titan out on the battlefield before the game ends, especially if you're having those short games. That's one of the reasons you never really saw me making a lot of Titan videos, was because half the time I'll sit there for 3 hours or 2 hours filming, and 90% of the games ends like right as you drop your Titans, or like 30 seconds after or something, because a lot of those games are like so short, it's hard to get Titan footage. It's really hard to get Titan footage. And it seems like every time I try and record, it's worse. It's like, haha, joke's on you, we don't let you get Titan footage. So it's rough, but I'll see if maybe we can find a way to get into a custom game and drop some Titans and check that out. What's up, Joey? How are you doing today? But yeah, the Ultimate Edition Destrier is pretty cool. So I've been playing a Mark 1 Destrier, and I'm having a lot of luck with it, even without the built-in weapon. This morning, I actually finally was able to get the stuff to unlock the built-in weapon, and it's even better now. But even a Mark 1 level 12 Destrier with 2, what was I running on? I think I was running 2 of the radiation weapons, like the blights or whatever, and I was having a lot of fun with it. I ran it with, what else did I run on there? I tried a couple different weapon setups on there, and they were all really good, but once you unlock that 3rd weapon, that's a lot of extra firepower. That's actually a really good little robot, but it does cost almost a billion silver to level that darn thing up, which kind of sucks. And it took almost, I think it took almost 100,000 gold. It took almost all of the gold I had to upgrade the pilot, which is insane. So that thing is definitely a resource destroyer, but as long as they don't decide to nerf that thing, it's almost worth it. It's just this little teeny fast thing that's super fun to play, and it's really good. So it's a great robot. I hope you guys don't sell those. Like, hang on to it, because someday you might want to upgrade it. I don't know, but it's a really cool little deal. Have I messed with the shock trends? All right, so Joey, I don't really judge anything by the way it is on the test server, because I feel the test server is extremely inaccurate. It's just a place for us to test stuff out. It's a place for us to give Pixonic our feedback on the weapons, and them to decide how they want to make them when they go live. So whatever they're doing right now, I mean, there was times where they were just one-shot killing people, and they were just, I mean, I don't think they're going to be like that when they go live. At least I hope not. I have a feeling they're going to be toned down a little bit. So I am not looking forward to shock trains. Nightcrawler, what's up, buddy? How you doing today? Awesome to see ya. But I'm definitely hoping they're not going to be as strong as they have been on the test server recently, because that would be absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. So when they go live, let's just pray that they're not one-shot killing everything. And 12 of your teammates. Oh, man. I haven't played the Pathfinder with the shock trains, though. No, I haven't tried that combination. So Dark Matter says the fastest way to get the Titans in a custom game is constantly trading beacons. Yeah, you know, you might be right on that one. That's how we've always done it before, but we haven't tried it, so we don't know how long it takes now, but that's probably what we would do. Epic says, try using a nether with the bug zappers. It should charge the Titan meter fast. Even though zapper weapons don't seem to charge the Titan that fast. Now, is there some sort of bug where nether and those weapons do something differently? Because in general, those weapons on anything haven't really charged it quickly for me. So maybe you know something that I don't. I'm not sure. Is there some sort of thing with that combination that's doing it? Nether is very hard to play, so. Nightcrawler, thanks, buddy. Thank you, thank you. See, there's the thumbs up for Nightcrawler. He says he enjoys my streams. Ajesh says subscribe. Yeah, hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you, Ajesh. But Pathfinder with three of any strong weapon is really good. Thing with Pathfinder is you kind of want to hang back at first and get it charged up. Once you get a couple of stacks on it, then you can just go out and fight and not worry about it too much. Just for fun, what's going on? Other one, a Stellar Phantom. Nice, man. What should you put on it? I recently made a Phantom build video. And that was a really fun setup. I would definitely suggest going back and finding that video and setting up your Phantom like that. Now, there are a lot of weapons that will work well on the Phantom. I mean, you can actually use it for more of a long-range fighter if you want to, but I like to brawl with it. I like to get some. I think I had the electric weapons on it. I would be very happy running the shotguns like the mace and the cudgels on it. Like the Splinter and the Shatter would be pretty good on there. What was that other weapon? There's another weapon I really enjoy playing on there, and I can't think of the name of it offhand. But I mean, it depends on what you have, but anything that hits hard at close range, because you can just run in there, and if you get in trouble, you just teleport out and leave. So I like running brawling weapons on it. I like to find things that hit really hard and have a decent reload time. But it used to be excellent with Sonics, but the reload time is so long in the Sonics now. I'm not sure if I still recommend the Sonics, only because of the reload time. But, oh man, that little guy used to beat you up with Sonics, but. Grady White says the Ultimate Dester is the second or third best UE bot. It's definitely up there, I'll tell you that. And it's fun. It's probably the funnest out of all of them. But yeah, the Fenrir is definitely one of the best. The Fenrir is amazing. I'm trying to think, what else do I like for the ultimate bots? I like the Ultimate Ares a lot. That one's a little harder to play. The Ultimate Ares is not easy to play, but it's really good. And Jess says, you are so much talented. If you're talking to me, thank you, buddy. I'm definitely not the best player in War Robots, but I do alright. I do pretty decent. Dark says, the Sonic Shotgun is only good on hit-and-run bots such as Scorpion and Skyrose. Yeah, but Phantom's also kind of a hit-and-run robot, but it's kind of I don't even know what to really categorize the Phantom is, because it can be a great beacon runner, it can be a great hit-and-run robot, it can be a great brawler. The Phantom can kind of do everything pretty well, so I guess how you set it up really depends on how you want to play it. Would I like to see the Minos get a buff? I don't know. I mean, do you think it needs a buff? I'm not sure if it really needs one or not. I haven't played it in quite a while, so I'm not sure how it's doing at the moment, so I'm not really sure if it needs a buff or not. But it's definitely been a few months, probably several months since I played the Minos. But every time I play it, it's been a really good robot, so I've never really felt that it needed a buff, but if I got on there and played it like today, maybe that would change my mind. I'm not sure, but I just haven't played it recently enough to know. Dark says my Phantom is a tank too. AJ, how's it going? You did not get update 10.0.2 on your iPad. Did you go into the Google Play, not the Google Play Store, but the App Store or wherever you get your games to check for an update? Grady says Phantoms are good. Or maybe you got it and didn't realize it. Sometimes they automatically update, so I don't know. I'm not sure when we got it, and different platforms do get different updates on different days. I think normally like the PC platforms take, like Steam seems to be the last one to get it. Often Android gets it first, a few days or several days later iOS gets it, and then like 3 months later Steam finally gets it. Of course I'm exaggerating that a little bit. It's definitely not 3 months later, but Joey says, if you get a chance, play the Minos and let me know how you feel. Yeah, you know, I probably should put in the Minos again, because I haven't played them for a while. I've never been a great Minos player, though. It's never a Titan that I've really learned to master, but I've always really had fun with it. I change stuff around so much, but sometimes, like, lately I've just been playing the heck out of the Eiffel and the Rook. Those are my two favorites right now. Jake says, why crossplay have issues? What issues, my friend? I'm not sure what you mean by issues exactly, so what issues are you noticing? Hey, we got a typical. He says, hey, Danny, my question is, should I rather spend $100 on purple data pads trying to get the wallet finder, or should I spend it to get golden... What is a golden toilet, man? A golden toilet in P-Bug Mobile. Or should I spend it to get a second ultimate ion? Alright, man, I don't know anything about a golden toilet, so I can't really advise whether or not you should spend the money for a golden toilet, because I have no idea what that is. So I'm not going to comment on the golden toilet. That sounds very interesting. I don't know what it is, though. Alright, so Pathfinder or a second ultimate ion, man. I think if you happen to have the little ultimate robot in one ion plus the pilot to get the built-in weapon to work, I would probably go for the second ion, I think. Man, Pathfinder is really good, and those ions are really good, so that's a really tough choice. That's really going to be personal preference. But if it were me, I think I would go for the second ion. But only if I had something that was really worth running 2 ions on, I guess. Our Jess says, are D-Gems worth saving? I mean, D-Gems are basically, it's almost like a War Robots gift card. So if you have D-Gems, you can buy pretty much any item in the game with the D-Gems. So I wouldn't say save your D-Gems, but I would say save the D-Gems for something that's actually worthwhile. So wait until you see something that you really need or really, really want before you spend the D-Gems. That's how I would look at it. Epic says, Danny, do you think that Kirk Sanders is unfair for most of the ultimate Destrier mains without the ions? Well, here's the deal. If you don't have the ions, if you don't have the ultimate ions, you're not going to get the ultimate weapon, so that pilot's not going to benefit you very much. But let's just say you don't get the ultimate ions now when you have the pilot. I guess there's a possibility at some point they may have a chance to get those weapons again later, so I mean, honestly, if I got the pilot and I didn't have the ions, I would still run the pilot just because, well, it works with that robot. I'm still going to get the gold skills, and someday I might end up with a ultimate ion to get the built-in weapon. That's kind of how I look at it. But yeah, it just kind of sucks if you're missing one of the ions to make the third weapon come out. Dark Matter says, I think it was a typo on a golden toilet. Maybe it was. I don't know. Dark says, I miss using my luchador. The jump is a lot of fun. You know, I still been running the crap out of the luchador lately. And it's still a really good robot in my opinion. If I miss anybody's questions, I'm sorry. You know, I'm trying to read everything and scroll down through the stuff. And man, it's not easy to catch every comment, I guess. Grady says, ultimate ions are hard to get. $100 won't get it. So this is what it took for me to get an ultimate ion, right? The first one, I probably spent around, I'm guessing around $30 on data pads. And I think it took me about 500 billion silver, which I already had, to get that, a couple of those upgrade ones finished, right? So around 30 bucks and 500 billion silver, I was able to get one ultimate ion. How much it would cost you to buy that much silver, I actually don't know. Or was it 5 billion? Maybe, wait. It might have been 5 billion silver, not 500 billion. I'm sorry, I think I'm misspeaking here. Epic, I don't see why they would nerf anything either, but even the ultimate stuff, there's a possibility they could change it at some point. I think nothing's safe from being nerfed. Dark Matter likes the golden toilet. AJ, I don't know if they're going to give out D-Gems in a gift marathon or not. I really don't know, my friend. Stuff like that they don't discuss with us, so we have really no idea. Things like that we find out around the same time you guys do. Alright, top 3 favorite Titan weapons. Alright, so the bendy machine guns are really good, like the Discordias. I really like those. I like the Maha and Maha Vajra weapons, and I like the Veyron and the Vora weapons. So those are my top 3 favorite type of Titan weapons right there. I do like the flamethrowers a lot too, so. But the thing is, certain weapons fit certain robots better, so it really depends on which robots you're playing as to which weapons go on it. So those are my top 4 favorites, and I would switch those around depending on what I was playing, if that makes any sense. Jess says, incoming Cossack Mark V. But yeah, I don't know. How much would 5 billion silver cost, guys? Anybody know? Let me look in the daily deals and see how much silver costs in general. Now, if I would have had some Mark III tokens, I might have been able to spend less silver. Because some of the things you had the Mark III stuff for, but it's hard to say how much it's going to cost you. Now, I did get the Ultimate Invader, and I didn't spend anything to get that. So somehow I got that one for free. And I'm not really sure what I did to get it. I just remember I got it, and I was like, holy crap, I got an Ultimate Robot. All right, resources. Let's check out the silver prices. Where's all the silver? There's 100 million silver. 120 million. I'm looking for like a big bucket of silver. So here's 60 million silver for $2. I don't know, the prices and the things are so different. I'm not really sure. Plus, like when you don't spend much, they lower the prices and give you cheaper prices in hopes that you'll buy stuff. And then as you start spending, it goes back to normal. So if I bought several things, these prices would probably start going up. But right now I'm getting cheaper prices because I don't really spend much. But yeah, it's definitely expensive to get a lot of this stuff, unfortunately. A typical says 5 billion would be roughly about 210 US dollars on the web shop. Ah, web shop. Yeah, I forgot about that. That would have been a good place to look for it. Thank you, buddy. But yeah, supposedly it's a little cheaper to buy stuff over on the web shop for some people, so but you're probably looking at somewhere between spending $50 and $200. Let's just say that to get something ultimate. But if you buy the stuff in the daily deals, let's just say you went over to the web shop and bought D-Gems and bought all the stuff at the daily deals, that may or may not be cheaper than buying the silver outright. I mean, I would assume it would be, but I don't really know for sure. It's hard to figure it out because everything varies so much on the deals, you know what I mean? Yeah, Epidemic's not here, so today you're just Epic Gamer. If he shows up, then I'll start differentiating between you two. Jake, thought on shotguns, hammer, cudgel, and mace. Those are very good weapons, and you can build them in the workshop. So if you put those on a robot that fits the playing style of those weapons, they're very, very good. They're still some of my favorite weapons in the game, actually. Altered Beast, what's up, what's up? Is Puncher Mark III good? So James, Punchers are what I would consider to be okay. I feel like they're a little bit low on damage. Now, there's some rumors going around. Somebody was saying something about they think the Punchers will charge a mothership up faster. But they're not as powerful as some weapons. I think they're good, but they wouldn't be my first choice to run, honestly. They're nice weapons, but there are better weapons out there that'll hit a lot harder than the Punchers. The nice thing about the Punchers is they lock people down and they've got decent firepower, but they're not super wonderful, I guess. Now, I was just playing a Puncher yesterday. I was trying to play like one Puncher with a Ultimate Avenger, and that was a pretty cool setup. I was trying to play Curry with one Ultimate Avenger, and I was trying to find another weapon that went really well with it, but Punchers are just kind of so-so at the moment. I like the fact that they lock you down, but I don't think I would want to run them on my hanger every day. AJ says, what do you think about the top 200 players may have spent thousands of dollars or more on their hanger? You know, if you got the money and you want to buy stuff, I mean, you can't really tell people how they can and can't spend their money. So people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to a membership of a country club to play golf. So if somebody spends a couple $1,000 to play War Robots, I mean, that's not horrible, I guess, if you got the money. Like when I used to play Lords Mobile, heroes, the best heroes in that game were $11,000, and the equipment sets were $250,000. So that makes War Robots look cheap. There were people that had multi-million-dollar accounts on Lords Mobile. I remember the first guy was called, what was his name? He had spent over $1 million on the game. He was some Asian guy. I don't know. I think he was a Chinese guy. And he owned several businesses. The guy was filthy rich, but when he spent like $1 million on his account, like people were interviewing him on YouTube and stuff about he had the strongest account on the game. So if you look at it that way, War Robots is cheap. Now, for me, $2,000 is a huge amount of money to spend on a game, but you know, some people do it. Personally, I couldn't see spending that much money, $2,000 on a game. That's just a lot of money. James, Redeemers are awesome. Those are top-notch weapons. Like, I'm actually amazed that they're so good. Grady White says the Punchers still charge motherships and Titans faster. As far as they know, Ajesh, I don't think they have another Titan scheduled to be released, so whatever that is must be top secret because I haven't heard anything about it yet. Connie, I'm not sure how you say that, but hello, how you doing today? Welcome to the live stream. If I miss anybody's questions, I'm sorry. Don't spam it, but you know, if I don't get your question after a few minutes, always feel free to ask it again. What's up, Simi? How you doing today? Simi says he thinks Punchers are still amazing. Alright, I would much rather play a Prisma over a Hwanji. The Hwanji lasers are really cool, but the problem with those is they run out of ammo so fast. I feel like I'm spending more time reloading than shooting on them, so they run out of ammo way too fast for me. Like, every time I play them, I get so frustrated because I'm like, oh my god, I'm out of ammo again! And then I just complain about it the whole time, and then I take them off after 2 or 3 games because they're really frustrating because you're always out of ammo with those weapons. A vertical live stream. What's a vertical live stream? Like turning the camera vertical? I mean, honestly, I don't think it's really about your camera angle, is it? I mean, first off, War Robots doesn't have as much of a following as some things, but I'm not really sure what you mean by a vertical live stream, but I'm guessing you mean a vertical camera? I guess you would probably have to do something like that on your phone. I don't know. Epic Gamer says the Titan flamethrowers will get Hwanji laser treatment after a new Titan weapon. That's possible. It's hard to say what they're going to... I mean, they're definitely going to get nerfed eventually. A typical says web shop is useful. I can pay US dollars there, which is way cheaper than paying in GBP. Yeah, that's one of the things that Pixonic said is for people in certain countries, it's going to be way cheaper buying stuff on the web shop than in-game, which I guess that's one of the reasons they did that. So in some countries, it really benefits people. In other countries, the prices are about the same or only slightly better. But if you're in some parts of the world, it really helps you out, I guess. So that was kind of the intention for that, is what I understand. I don't know what 500 D-gems would normally cost, but that's one of the reasons they did it, was to help people in other countries where it was more expensive. James says he thinks the ultimate robots and weapons are going to be really deadly and it's going to change the game soon. Thing is, not everybody has those because they're very expensive, so you're not seeing them out everywhere, and it really depends on which ultimate robots and weapons you have, because they're not all that good. For example, like, I think the ultimate Fujin is terrible. Ultimate Invader is not that much better than the regular Invader, so I mean, I could play the regular or the ultimate Invader, and I can barely notice a difference between the two, other than the ultimate Invader has normal firepower to where the regular one's just slightly underpowered on the damage. But now the ultimate Fenrir, that is a really cool robot. The ultimate Destrier is a really good robot. It just depends on which ultimate stuff you have, whether it's good or not, I guess. But I would hate to see like everybody running around with ultimate weapons. Like the ultimate machine guns are very strong. The ultimate flamethrowers are very strong. So it just depends on which ones you have, but it definitely could if enough people started getting them. Dark said, I still like Avora Verons. Yeah, they're still good weapons. Grady, I don't know if you should say things like that, my man. I read that wrong, and I was like, what? I said, Grady smoking crack? Us dyslexic people are going to be like, what? Jess, you out of here. Have a great day. Catch you later. Alright, so Dark says the puncher and the blast shotguns are a decent combo. I don't think I've tried that yet. Yeah, the puncher does a lot of damage up close. Like, the closer you get, the harder they hit. Because those spread out as you get further, the less ammo is hitting the enemies. It's a new streaming format? Altered Beast, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the new format. I've never seen YouTube even offer that format, so. I mean, do you really think that streaming in a different format is giving them more viewers? I don't know. I'll have to look it up and see what that's about. Yeah, I don't really know how the web shop is set up exactly as far as different countries go. I don't know if everybody sees the same thing or if it's different for everybody, a typical. I don't know. That's an interesting thought. Maybe if you're in different countries, they have different stuff. I really don't know about that one, actually. Jake said, I thought I already subscribed to your channel. Been following your updates for a year. So you weren't subscribed? Well, hey, if you did subscribe, I appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. Thoughts on Blight, Hazard, and Decay. Those are really, really good weapons. I mean, they're really intended to play from a distance, but you can also play them up close. So when it comes to weapons from the workshop, I feel like the blast shotguns, like the Cudgel Mason hammers, and then the blights and hazards and stuff, those are two really amazing sets of weapons that you can currently get in the workshop. I mean, those are definitely some of the best. Also, I would say the Magnetars are super, super good. And oh my god. The Pulsars are pretty good as well. But those shotguns are killer and those radiation weapons are killer. So if you can get some of those are really good. So Jacob says, what should you upgrade, the Ultimate Ion or the Igniter? I kind of like the Ions personally. I like the Ions way better than I like the Igniters. I've played both, but I'm a big fan of the Ions. They're easy to use. The flamethrowers are hard to aim. The flamethrowers are much harder to use. But the ions, I like them a lot. So personally, I would go with the ions, but I think that will be personal preference. Grady says the UE bots are easily killed besides Fenrir. UE weapons maybe, however they are hard to get and very expensive to level. Oh yeah, they are. Lower level players won't be affected by them too much. Yeah, you're probably right. You probably won't see too many people in the lower levels running ultimate stuff. We don't see that many people running them in Champion League, honestly, so they're not all over the place. Dark says, I would consider the radiation weapons to be meta after the buff. I mean, those weapons have been really good for a long time. And they're definitely better after they buffed them. Nimble, you're thinking the shatters aren't doing any damage, huh? So I was actually planning on doing a video where I put those two shotguns up against each other and do a comparison to see which one, at least at point blank, which one does the most damage. I mean, shotguns are designed to be used at as close of a range as possible. Now, from what I can see, the shatters are still doing really good damage. Which one's actually doing more damage, I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're both really good at the moment. No Name says, are atomizers still good? They're good, yes. They're not my favorite weapons, but what I do like about the atomizers, if you're fighting somebody at point blank, you never have to reload. If you're close enough to the target, you can just keep shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. But if you're playing from a distance, then you have to worry about them overheating and then you have to let them cool down. So I can't say that they're like the world's greatest weapons, and a lot of people don't like them, but I actually do like them and I think they're good personally. But what I notice is they're not for everybody. So I can't guarantee whether or not you would like them if you leveled them up, but I do think they're good weapons overall. But a lot of people just hate them, and I'm not sure why. Grady White says Sonics are hard to use. Yes, they are. Very hard to use. But yeah, I do like the ultimate ions a lot right now. I think they're great weapons. Epic Gamer says it would be amazing if they added some ultimate magnums, Tyrans, and redeemers. I'm actually waiting for that. I almost guarantee they're going to at least do redeemers. I'm not sure if they'll do magnums, but I bet they will do redeemers and Tyrans someday, and they'll probably have like a freaking 500 meter range. I mean, those would probably be insane. But the redeemers are so strong, that kind of makes me wonder though, maybe they won't do that. D7K, so Minos is a very good Titan, but it's a little bit hard to play. You really have to learn the ability timings, but once you get the hang of timing the abilities, and you get really good with the Minos, it's a nice Titan. I don't think it's as good as some of the other Titans. Like, I would rather play an Indra, I would rather play a Rook, I would rather play a Luchador, but Minos is really good, but it's a lot harder to play than any of the other Titans, in my opinion. But you don't see as many Minos around as you used to. I haven't actually played mine for a while, so I actually need to get it out and try it again just to see if anything's changed on it. But last time I played it was a few months ago. It was doing really well. Alright, so is UE Avenger better than the Heavy Tamers? I would say so, yeah. I think the Ultimate Avengers and the Ultimate Machine Guns are really good weapons. Now, Tamers are nice, right? Tamers are nice, but the heavy one's called the Subduer. And the Subduer is really awesome, but the thing I noticed about the Ultimate Avengers is they really eat up Titans fast. So the Subduers do nice damage to everything, but I'm telling you, man, those Ultimate Avengers, if you have 2 or more of those, they will eat up the Titans. They will take Titans down really quickly because they go through all the defense points. So both are great, but I guess if I had my choice, if I could run the Subduers or the Ultimate Edition Avengers, I think on most robots, I would probably go with the Avengers right now. Edward says, I like the Minos, I just can't play it well. Yeah, I'm not the greatest Minos player myself, but it is really good. Andrew, yes, the Titan repair amp has been live, so you're probably not seeing the indestructible Titans anymore. Oh. Grady White says we are at least we need 10,000 cups to hit rank AAA, and I think after that is S rank. Cool, man. We're getting there. We're almost there. That's awesome. How long do we got to hit it before it resets? James says the Ochikochi is still good with shatters. I honestly feel like the Ochikochi is good with just about anything, so shatters would be nice. But my favorite is the new Tesla weapons. I think the new Tesla weapons are amazing. But yeah, you can play shatters on a Ochikochi and have a really good time with it. Shatters are still pretty good weapons. Dark says, I wonder why Pixonic hasn't made any special edition Titans for a while. I don't know. One thing I noticed is there's not very many people playing the Ultimate Ming. Maybe they figured, hey, people aren't liking the Ultimate Titans. I don't know, but there's not too many Ultimate Ming players out there, honestly. Grady says we still have time. Good, good. Yeah, I don't know when the season ends, so I wasn't looking at the timer, but yeah, that's awesome. We should be able to get 10,000 cups pretty quickly. Just for fun says, I wish Jaeger is a decent bot. You know, the thing is, Jaeger relies on that shield. And the problem is, I'm not really sure what would happen if you dropped one right now, but anybody that knows how to play against a Jaeger knows just take a fast bot or a teleporting bot, get inside of a shield, and you can wreck it really fast, so. Now, if somebody doesn't really know what a Jaeger was and saw it on the battlefield, they might not know to run inside the shield and kill it, but Jaegers are very easy to take down if you know how squishy they are once you get inside of the shield. But they have very, very, very strong shields. Grady says the Ultimate Ming is back. I actually saw 2 of those this morning, and they were running flamethrowers. Both of them had flamethrowers. That was horrible. That was horrible. Like, they both shot me at the same time. It was really bad. Imagine that, man. 8 of those heavy flamethrowers hitting you at once. It was like instant butt sandwich, man. That was a rump roast if I've ever seen one. Oh, just plain special edition Titans, yeah. I'm not really sure why they haven't made any special edition Titans. Honestly. Now, not every Titan has had a special edition, but my guess is they've been so busy busting out ultimate weapons and ultimate robots, maybe they haven't thought about special edition Titans. Yeah, just for fun, is trying to play Jaeger as a brawler. That thing's made to be a sniper. You really can't brawl with that thing. I think if you tried to brawl with the Jaeger, you would just get stomped over and over and over and over again. Edward, why are you hesitating to go for the Titan Flames? I mean, right now they're killer, right? It's probably going to be a while before they nerf them because they're so new, but once they do nerf them, it's going to be interesting to see if they're still good or if they're terrible. Epic Gamer says, speaking of special editions, what is your favorite special edition? You know, probably the Ultimate Al June. Even though it may not be the best special edition or ultimate. Wait, yeah, I'm getting things confused again. You just want to know about the special editions. I think the Katsumi Harpy or whatever it's called is one of the coolest looking robots they ever added to the game as far as special editions go. That Harpy is really cool looking. My ear itches. And I really like the Cryptic Fenrir. That looks awesome. Oh, I'm always tired, James. Like, I am always tired. I wake up tired. I'm tired when I'm sleeping. It's terrible. But, you know. Edward says the special edition Aether is the best SC for me. That is a cool looking robot, isn't it? So Jacob says, I'm surprised the Eiffel isn't nerfed yet, considering how quickly they nerfed the Newton. I don't know, the Newton was a nightmare for months. That was the worst thing they've ever released in this game, because sometimes one would pick you up, and before it would set you down, the next one picked you up. And then the next one picked you up. Then the next one picked you up. And you were always in the air. It was, oh. That was a really horrible Titan. I would so much rather deal with an Eiffel than that thing. Oh, God. That was the most infuriating, most frustrating thing they've ever added to this game, honestly. Even though the Eiffels are crazy overpowered, I would so much rather deal with that than Newton when everybody had one. Ugh. No, thank you. They do need to tone down the Eiffel, but the thing is, it's got so much firepower. Man, it's going to be hard to really tone that thing down unless they absolutely destroy it to where it sucks so bad nobody wants to play it. Invader versus Skyros. Well, it depends on what you're trying to do with it. I think Invader is a lot more fun. I mean, Skyros is basically a robot where you're gonna mainly go into the ball and stay in the ball, and you're just gonna roll around and get beacons. To where the Invader is more of like a brawler tank type of robot. So they're two completely different play styles. So Skyros is really just like a bot that's going to annoy people and set on beacons. It's kind of boring to play, honestly. I mean, I would rather... I guess for beacons, the Skyros is better, but I would rather play the Invader just because the Invader is way more fun and interesting. D7K, I haven't heard anything about new Titan modules. That's not something I've heard about, so I don't know about that. I also do know there's a big list of nerfs and buffs going around, and it's fake. There's people making up nerf and buff and nerf lists, and they're spreading them around Facebook and stuff. And yeah, Pixonic never put that out. That's not real. So if you guys see any of that, there's a lot of things going around that are incorrect. Epic Gamer says Skyros is so boring. Yeah, it can be very boring. It's fun to push people around and be annoying, but it's a very boring robot overall. Grady Wright hates the Skyros. I'm going to put 5 Skyros in my hangar and invite Grady to a custom game. Alright, Dark Matter says if you face hug a rook or a bedware with the Indra, you can shoot it through the shields. No, but that's a good thing to know, actually. Indra's a great Titan. I like the Indra a lot. I don't play it very much. I don't know why, but I really enjoy that Titan. There's just something about that that's fun. Alright, Nimble wants to know what's the best weapon for Revenant. The problem with the needle weapons is they give you a shield, which is great for protection, but they shoot kind of slow now, so that's low damage per second. If I were running the Revenant, I would want weapons that did a lot of damage quickly. Like right now, I think the best weapons you can get, since you can teleport, would be some sort of shotguns. I don't suggest Sonics anymore because you need more sustained damage and the Sonics have such a reload time, but I think shotguns would be really good. Any type of shotgun that's still doing good damage except for the Sonics. Or if you can get the new Tesla weapons, that's really good on there. Trying to remember what else I would like. 2 Magnetars and maybe a Redeemer would be killer. I think 2 Magnetars and a Redeemer would be a really good setup as well. Redeemers hit crazy hard and Magnetars hit crazy hard. Plus they lock people down. So it just really depends on your playing style and what you have available. But you can't go wrong with anything that has a fast reload and does good damage up close. Because just remember, when you teleport, you're going to be 2 inches in front of somebody, so even flamethrowers can be pretty good on there if you have the right weapons. But I think the ultimate best weapons would be the Ultimate Edition Coronas and Ultimate Edition Glory or whatever. Those wreck some people on there. The regular ones, not so much, but the ultimate ones, my god, that's crazy. Yeah, Jacob saying the Bedwear Traditionalist skill is bugged. He can still use the ability and gets the extra durability. I did hear about that, actually. I don't know if anybody's actually reported to Pixonic or not. So I'm not sure if that's something they know about or if they don't, but No Name says, honestly, I love Cryptic Redeemer and my old blast shotguns on my Revenant. That would be a good setup. Redeemers are such hard-hitting weapons. What surprises me is they're as old as they are. I can't believe Pixonics allowed those weapons to be this good for this long. I mean, those are some of the oldest weapons in the game, and they're still just plain top-notch. I mean, those have probably been out for, what, 8 or 9 years? Gonzalo, what's going on? How you doing today? What's up, 8-4? How you doing? He said it's boring for sure. It is boring, yes. I assume you're talking about the Skyros there. Dark, yes, the Luchador nerf, that they're not planning on nerfing the Luchador that I know of, so I think that was also fake. There was a lot of people going on about a Luchador nerf, but as far as I know, there is no Luchador nerf in the plans. My nose itches. Now I gotta make a bunch of funny faces because my nose itches. Alright, there we go. Yeah, Skyros can be good for beacons. That's really about the only thing it's good for is beacons or being annoying. Epic Gamer says a lot of bugs are happening right now. Like you can instantly charge your Titan using the 10% Titan charge pilot skill and getting 10 of those. Does that still work? I mean, if it does, though, think about it. Think about how squishy your Titan would be if you used that, right? Don't talk about looching the Nerfador, man. We don't want to nerfador the luchador here. You know what I mean? D7K says Skyrose is best spot, fun to play. So he thinks it's fun. Not everybody thinks it's boring. Why is my nose itching so bad? Grady says all robots can get beacons, not just Skyrose. Alright, you take a Cossack and show me how you can get a beacon with it, Grady. I'm going to bring in my Skyrose. You bring in a Cossack and let's see who gets the beacon first. Hey man, you said all. Epic Gamer says, I still love the nerfador with the looching weapons. Does the Sharenga have more firepower than the Eiffel? I would say no, Eiffel has more than Sharenga. I think the only thing that has more firepower than the Eiffel is the ultimate Ao Ming. Yeah, you know, the ultimate Destrier doesn't count, man. It doesn't count. That's not a Cossack, man. 8-4 says it's frustrating playing Beacon Rush and nobody else gets beacons, but they all have like 14 kills. I understand that. When you're playing beacon games, honestly, the main thing you need to worry about is getting beacons, right? You gotta get the beacons. There's so many people who don't. There's so many people who don't. Why play a beacon game if the only thing you're going to go for is kills and damage and not get the beacons? Or if you're going to run to the back corner and camp back there and try and... I don't get it. There's so many people that do this. DOG, what's up, buddy? So what weapon bot are you talking about? Personally, I'm not going to tell you guys that something's good if I don't like it. If I play it and I say, man, this sucks, I'm not going to tell you something's good. I know a lot of people do. Like, if something brand new comes out and I'm just like, nope, this thing sucks, I'm going to tell you it sucks. I mean, there are some YouTubers that will go on about how great a build is when it's actually awful. And I don't know why people do that, because, you know, you don't want to mislead your viewers. You really don't. I want my viewers to know how to build things that are actually going to be good. I don't want people building stuff that's going to be crap and wasting their resources. You know what I mean? So Grady, right? How many games do you say all the red guys die on beacon games? Like 1 out of every how many? Now, like this morning, I was playing a game and I was complaining, my team sucks, they're not getting any beacons. And we did win because we killed everybody on the other team. But how often does that actually happen? I mean, to me, it feels like it happens sometimes. But it's only 1 out of so many games where they all die. Unless you're going up against really squishy people. Now if the matchmaking's bad and you're like a full squad, against a bunch of squishy randoms, that's a little bit different, but... But I remember when the Ultimate Fujin came out, and I told everybody this is the worst robot in the game. And all those people were like, oh, these other YouTubers said it was the best. You don't know how to play it. Then a couple weeks later, all these people got it and realized it was horrible. And they were just like, oh my god, this is the worst. And yeah. I still don't understand how some people said that Fujin was the best in the game. That's a terrible robot. Terrible robot. And there were several people going on about how great it was. And I'm like, how are you saying this is great? I never understood it. I mean, I spent several hours trying to figure out how to build that robot to make it good, and nothing worked. Like, nothing worked. Jacob says, would it be worth it to use 3 Mark III Ultimate Orkans on an Ophion? Oh man, I think that would be a little bit hard to play. Like, Ophion right now is one of those robots where you don't ever really want to get close to anybody. Ophion's kind of squishy when his shield goes down, so you want to keep your distance. Personally, I think on the Ophion, I'd really want to play robots and weapons. I mean, weapons, not robots and weapons. I'd really want to use weapons that have a good 500 or 600 meter range. So I don't think I would want to use closer range weapons on that. I would probably run something like the hazard blight type of weapons, right? The radiation weapons. Something like that I can play from as far of a distance as possible if I were going to play the Ophion. I mean, the Ophion's not horrible right now, but it's not that great at the same time, so it's not something that I would really want to keep in my hangar every day, but I would definitely want longer range weapons if I was going to play it. DOG says, I always take your opinion before building. Well, I'm glad you like my opinions, my friend. Yeah, Ophion is, I wouldn't say it's dead because you do still see a lot of them out there and they're definitely playable, but they're not good compared to what they used to be. Alright, so you want a tier 3 drone for Ravana? I'm pretty sure the whiteout's a tier 3. The whiteout would be a really, really good choice for the Ravana because most of the time when you're playing Ravana, you're right up in somebody's face with it. And that's going to sit there and EMP people over and over and over. So I think that would be probably your best choice would be the whiteout. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's a tier 3 drone. Alright, so Scatter and Havocs. I don't think the sonic weapons are going to get nerfed. They've already been nerfed and they have a really long reload time right now. They're still very good on a Scorpion. I mean, they're not as good as the new Tesla weapons, but they're great Scorpion weapons. There's only a couple of robots I would still play the Sonics on, and Scorpion is definitely one of them. But the only thing you got to remember is Scorpion is a hit and run robot. He teleports in, he does damage fast, and then he leaves. But the main problem with the Sonic weapons is if you're lagging a little bit, it's hard to hit people. And it's got a really long reload time. So if somebody charges at you and you don't have any ammo, you're not going to be able to defend yourself very well because the reload is so long. So there are some downfalls, but the advantage is on a Scorpion, you can teleport in and be like, bam, 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 do huge damage and then get the heck out of there quickly. So I don't think those weapons are for everybody right now, but they're still pretty decent on the right robot. So hopefully that helps. They wouldn't be my first choice to play on the Scorpion, but I definitely could throw them on a Scorpion and have a lot of fun with it still. So Shatter's pretty good staff. The only thing with Shatters is they do spread out a little bit. So they do the most damage when they're close and they do a little less from a distance. So Shatters won't hit quite as hard from 500 or 600 meters, but they're still not a bad choice for the Ophion. On Ophion, though, I would probably think about looking at radiation weapons or like the pulsar type of weapons, right? What else would be good for the Scorpion? Anything that deals a lot of damage quickly. So the new Tesla weapons like the Fengbo, and I don't even know how to pronounce most of those. Those would be great on there because they do huge damage really fast. What else would be really good on a Scorpion right now? Let me look through the weapons really quick. Let me take a look through my weapons and see what actually stands out. There's so many weapons in the game right now, it's kind of hard to remember everything. So let me take a look through my medium weapons and I'll tell you the family of weapons that I would definitely still run. But shotguns are always going to be really good on the Scorpion. If you have the ultimate old school shotguns, those are crazy. Now the newer version of those shotguns, not so much. Like Halo, Corona, Glory suck, but the ultimate Halo, Corona, and Glory are nuts if you have them, like completely nuts. Alright, so you could probably get away with running flamethrowers. That would not be my top choice, but they would work. I think the mace family, like mace and cudgels, would be really good. The sonics are still really good, except for the, what is it now? It's 16-second reload time. That kind of sucks, the reload time. So the limbing type of family, the new Tesla weapons are really good. Shatter type of weapons would be really good. What else? What else? Anything else? You could probably play it from a distance with hazard type of weapons. That might be kind of interesting to try. I don't know how well it would work, but I think those are the main ones I would currently consider running on there, is the stuff I just mentioned. But yeah, the Ultimate Edition shotguns would be awesome. I think Ultimate Edition Orkans could work for the medium slots. But really, you just want to find something that deals as much damage as quickly as possible so you can get in, shoot, and then go with the Scorpion. Grady White says Ultimate Flames would be good. Yeah, the Ultimate Flames would be great, I think. Yeah, the Scorpion with the Tesla weapons or the Ultimate Coronas is probably going to be your best bet right now. If you can get either of those, that would be insane. A4, thanks, buddy. I appreciate the donation, man. That's really nice of you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Wait, Warbot Shorts, he says, can you try Luchador with Gray level Raider Mechanic? It's bugged when capping a beacon, it heals full health instead of 3%. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I'm actually going to screenshot this and try and take a look at this later. Let me screenshot that message. Where is the screenshot thing? 1 second, guys. Like right now, we're on a question and answer stream, so I'm not actually playing or anything, but I am going to look at that. Like, I might get on the Battle Wreck account and change the skills around and see what that does. That's really interesting. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'm not sure if that's a glitch that they know about or that anybody's reported, but I'll check it out later when I get a chance. Noise Gaming, what's up, buddy? Alright, so 3 Havocs or 3 Spikes. So Spikes are kind of low damage weapons right now. They're great for the shield that they give you, but they shoot really slowly. I don't really like the Spikes. Robot says, don't tell Pixel I need it. So the thing is, though, if you start posting it like on live chat and more people start finding out about it, eventually people are going to start reporting that stuff. So sometimes you kind of want to, if you found a glitch that people don't know about like that and you're worried about it being reported, sometimes it's best, because like all these people here know about it and they're probably going to go tell people and they're going to tell people. Next thing you know, everybody's going to know about it. So See Me Doing Work says, can you ask Pixo to fix the Rhino bug? So which bug are you currently having with the Rhino? I remember hearing something about it, but I can't remember what it was. Oh. So you activate the shield and it just automatically turns in a random direction? Really? Let me go test that really fast. I can test that out in a custom game. I know I got a rhino on my account. That's something I can test in a couple of seconds, so let me find my rhino really fast. And let's go look at that. Rhino's basically crap though, so I I bet they're gonna be like, we're not gonna fix that. We don't care about no rhino. Alright, hold on. Let me go put this up on the screen. So let's all look at this really fast. Alright, 2 battle. No, I want custom game. I don't want to go to an actual battle. Oh my god, I suck. I suck at pushing buttons. Alright, 2 battle. Here we go. Let's see what this does. So the gameplay on the question and answers are pre-recorded because you can't spend all that time paying attention to chat and playing at the same time. It's impossible to read all that stuff. So I'm not seeing the problem. It doesn't seem to be an issue for me. Yeah, mine's not doing anything improper. Mine's working normally. Huh. So what they're going to do is they're going to tell you to take a video of it and send that video to support. So what you probably need to do is take a video of it happening, post that video on YouTube or something where you can get a link, and send a link with that video to support and let them see it. Because that sounds like an issue with your account, but they are going to want to see it happening so that they know to fix it. That would be my advice for that. Alright, back to the pre-recorded gameplay. Simi says, yeah, I'm in Champion League with a Rhino and it's annoying because the shield... Dude, how can you play that in Champion League? Are you actually doing good with it? Man, I don't think I could play a Rhino in Champion. I think it would get stomped, but it's hard enough to play already. And then if you were having problems with it on top of that, that's got to be rough. Noise says, it's my only decent robot in my Silver League account. Wait, didn't you just say champion? Did I miss something? Maybe I'm mixing something up. I don't know. But yeah, unfortunately, when you're having problems, you do just got to contact support. Like, even if I have problems like that, you know, I can report it to them, but they'll often tell me contact support as well. Especially if it's like something smaller or something that if it's like a really big problem, then they're going to want to know about it right away. But if it's like a Rhino, they're probably not going to be too concerned. I mean, I could be wrong, but I doubt they're that concerned about a Rhino, honestly. Alright, so what time is it? It's about 1 o'clock, so our stream time is about up for the day. If anybody has any last minute questions, get them in, guys. If you guys got some last minute questions, feel free to ask. Because we're about to end this in a few minutes. I'm actually thinking about if I have time, I might try and post a quick comparison video between the like the mace and the shatters to get a good idea of which one of those shotguns is currently doing the most damage. Epic Gamer says, the Cheyenne or the Hazard, which is better? Oh, man, the Cheyennes are really good. I mean, they're completely different weapons, but... man, that's a hard one to answer. The Hazards are excellent. The Cheyennes are excellent. I mean, probably the Cheyennes if you like the way they feel. The Cheyennes slow people down. They're really cool weapons. I mean, Hazards just do a lot of damage. They don't have the slowdown effect or anything, so... the Cheyennes, if you're far enough away, it'll actually shoot over top of certain things, so... I don't know. I think the Cheyennes are probably the better weapon, but they're both excellent. I could play either one and be happy with it. Now, on some robots, I think I would rather play the Hazard. On some robots, I would rather play the Cheyenne. So I think it's really going to depend on which robot I'm playing. But they're both really good. Get the yawns, guys. Is Crisis or Behemoth a better sniper? Alright, so Crisis is going to do way more damage, but Behemoth is going to be a lot more durable. So if you're good at keeping the Crisis alive, that thing is going to obliterate people with the damage. So technically the Crisis is better. But if you suck at playing the Crisis and you can't keep it alive, at that point the Behemoth would be better. But the Crisis is going to do way, way, way more damage because of that ability that it has, so... I got too much stuff to do for a nap. Maybe in an hour or two, maybe in a couple hours, I'll have time for a short nap, but... after I get off of here, I got to finish answering questions on a bunch of my other YouTube channels, and then... I do want to try and get that video in, and I got a few other things I need to do, so... what do I think about Ultimate Phantom? That would be super cool. I would really enjoy an Ultimate Phantom. That would be a really awesome Ultimate Robot. What country am I from? I'm from the United States. There's a lot of really cool old bots that would be good as ultimates. Like, I don't really prefer what do they got now, the ultimate dash bot on there. I can't remember if it's the Bulgasauri or the other one, but I don't really like those old dash bots. I don't really like that new ultimate they're coming out with. But you know, it's kind of cool. Best all-around drone would probably be the new Shy drone. The Shy drone's excellent. I think the Pascal is also excellent. But I think the Shy drone will work on any robot. No matter what robot you put a Shy on, it's going to benefit that one because it's going to give you like some defense. It's a good durability drone. Plus you get the last stand built in. So it's just all around good on anything. Nimble says, make a video about your workday and what you do. You know, I'm not really sure how you'd make a video about that didn't bore people to death, because... I mean, I've kind of explained that on a couple of videos before, but to make a video specifically about that would be a very boring video, I mean. I'm not a very good, like... You'd have to be like a great director and filmmaker to make a video about something like that and keep the video interesting. Yeah, Ultimate Blitz would be cool too. Alright guys and gals, I think that's going to be about it for the day. So I just want to say thank you all for coming out to my crazy live stream. I definitely appreciate you guys a lot. I am going to try and squeeze in and maybe later tonight post one of those videos if I get a chance. I can't guarantee it, but if I don't get it posted today, Maybe sometime in the next couple of days, I'll get that out where we compare the shatters versus the blast shotgun. So, all right, guys and girls, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for coming out to my live stream. Thanks to everybody who donates, to the channel members, and to everybody. You guys are super duper awesome. I really appreciate each and every one of you a lot. Hope you guys have a great day. You guys are amazing. Later, guys. Lightning out. See ya. Thanks again.